The air crackled with giggles. Pillows flew across the room, feathers raining down like snow. 14-year-old Sarah and her friends, Jessica and Kelly, were having a sleepover. The night was young, filled with the carefree energy of teenage girls. Music blared from a boombox, the latest boy band serenading their impromptu dance party. But as the night deepened, shadows grew longer and their laughter softened, replaced by hushed whispers.
You know, there's this local legend about Old Man Hemlock. They say he was buried alive.
The topic shifted to the supernatural. Jessica, always the bravest of the three, began to recount a local legend. It was the story of Old Man Hemlock, a miserly old man rumored to be buried alive. The girls huddled closer, their eyes wide with a mixture of fear and fascination.
Oh, come on, Jess, you're just trying to scare us.
But Jessica's dramatic tone made the story feel real, and the room suddenly felt colder.
Old Man Hemlock was a recluse who lived at the edge of town. He trusted no one, keeping his money hidden and his door locked. One day, he vanished. People whispered that his greedy relatives, eager for their inheritance, had buried him alive. The legend claimed his ghost, unable to find peace, haunted the old graveyard. They say that if you go to his grave at midnight and drive a stake into the ground, you can still hear his screams.
A shiver ran down Sarah's spine. The story, told in Jessica's dramatic tone, felt real. The room suddenly colder. They were just stories, weren't they?
I bet you won't do it, Sarah. I bet you're too scared to go to Old Man Hemlock's grave.
Sarah's heart pounded in her chest. She wasn't sure if it was fear or excitement.
No way, I'm not scared.
And so the dare was set. Jessica, always the planner, grabbed a flashlight and a rusty old hammer from the garage.
You don't have to do this, Sarah.
Kelly's voice was tinged with worry. But Sarah was determined. She wouldn't be the scared one. She wouldn't back down from a dare. The old graveyard was shrouded in an eerie silence. The only sound was the crunch of Sarah's footsteps on the gravel path. Her heart pounded against her ribs.
She found Old Man Hemlock's grave, the headstone cracked and covered in moss. Taking a deep breath, Sarah hammered the stake into the ground.
Nothing. Just an empty silence that seemed to amplify her fear.
Back at Jessica's house, the minutes stretched into hours. Kelly and Jessica huddled together, their earlier bravado replaced by a growing sense of unease.
They hadn't thought about what they would do if Sarah didn't come back. What if the legend was true?
The first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, but Sarah was still missing. Jessica and Kelly paced the floor, their faces pale with worry.
They tried calling Sarah's phone, but it went straight to voicemail. A sense of dread settled over them.
They had to go back to the cemetery.
The cemetery, bathed in the soft morning light, seemed less menacing than it had the night before. Still, fear gnawed at their insides. They approached Old Man Hemlock's grave, their breath catching in their throats. The stake Sarah had hammered into the ground was gone. In its place was a freshly dug hole, and protruding from the earth they saw it, a hand, pale and lifeless, clutching a rusty old hammer.
It wasn't Old Man Hemlock's hand, it was Sarah's.
Jessica and Kelly screamed, their screams echoing through the stillness of the graveyard.
The nightmare was real, and they were living it.